Welcome back to Rob's Drawing Club. A few weeks ago we drew Skater Red Riding Hood. Well, today it's time to meet her not-so-sweet nemesis, the big bad wolf, dressed as Grandma. Grab a pen or pencil, something to colour with, and let's draw. Start towards the left-hand side of the page near the top and draw an oval shape for the nose. Just curving round and back together, not too big. We'll now draw his chin and lower head, so curve downwards. Keep a straight line across the page towards the centre and then curve slightly down at the end. We're now going to draw the side of his head in zigzags, so draw out some zigzags, any shape or size you want for the fur, and just stop there, and that's the side of his head. And now a simple curving line upwards just before we meet the ear. We're going to draw some more little zigzaggy lines out for the side of the ear, so zigzagging upwards, and then we want a short curve to the point of the ear at the top, and then we're going to go back down again in a curving triangle shape, and that's his right hand ear. For the top of the head, again zigzags for the fur. Start across and just zigzag your way across in any way you like, and we're going to draw the second ear in, curving upwards to the point, back down, and again add some little zigzags downwards for the fur effect. And there's our left hand ear. Now we're going to draw in the top of the nose, which is basically a slightly curving line going upwards and then just stopping before the middle of the head. He's wearing Grandma's glasses, so we need two huge circles in the middle of the head. Start at the end of the nose line, curve round, meeting the bottom of the left ear, and then back down towards the head. Then do a little upwards hill shape for the middle of the glasses, and then another big circle starting at the bottom, curving round, make them really, really big because it's going to be oversized and extra cute, and then back down again. Then we want a simple line from the edge of the right glass to the edge of the head. Now we'll do two smaller circles within the big circles for the eyes. Make them fairly big though. Round about in the centre of the bigger circle. Do one on the left and now one on the right. Same as we've been doing on other drawings, we want two sort of semicircle shapes inside each eye. And these are our sort of big pupils. Draw a little smaller circle inside each one, and then shade in around that circle black, and we've got our eyes detailed for the wolf. And you can see it starting to take shape now, which is exciting. Next we'll draw two fangs coming from the bottom of the nose. Draw one right on the end, curving down and back up, leave a small gap, and do a second one curving down and back up. Now we'll draw the collar of the jumper. So you want to curve downwards, curve across, and back up towards the head. Inside we'll do some lines to give it the ribbed effect. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more 5. And now we're going to draw the arms. So a C shape coming from the bottom of the collar, stopping, and then do a straight line up, and a little curve going like that. And do this on the reverse side, pretty much exactly the same. Reverse C shape, stop, straight line up, and again a slight kick in backwards. Now we'll draw the cuffs and mimic the same shape we did for the collar, just smaller. And do it the same on the other side. Little C shape, and then a line across. And again, we want to draw little lines to give it that ribbed effect. 1, 2, 3. And the same again on the other side. We'll draw the wolf's hands. So we're going to come out with 3 zigzags. 1, 2, 3. And back towards the cuff. Do the same on the other side. So come out. 3 zigzags. 1, 2, 3. And back towards the cuff. Now he's holding a ball of wool. So we're going to draw a circle inside the hands. I'll try to do this and then go over the top in a shape. Just leave 2 little gaps. because we're going to have knitting needles poking out the top. So there's holding a ball of wool. And then draw 2 lollipop shapes coming out and then cutting off at the bottom, and do another one where the other gap was, going round and back down. And there's our ball of wool. We want to add some texture as well. So we want to do some curving lines to give it some 3D quality, and just do them spaced about 2 millimeters apart, rounded. Then change direction and do the same again across the middle. And then change direction one more time and fill in the lines. And there we've got our wool. Next, we'll draw the bottom of the jumper. We want to curve down towards the bottom of the page, around the midriff, and then back up, joining near to the cuff on the right hand side. Right, now the legs. Similar to the head, we're going to go down from the corner, zigzagging as we go. Near the bottom, stop. Change direction to the left, adding zigzags as you go. And then again, 3 zigzag lines for the claws. And then curve back across and stop again. Change direction and zigzag up towards the top and joining the bottom of the jumper. Same on the other side. So go down, zigzagging for the fur effect. Now go across to the left again with zigzags. 3 claws, back across, and then changing direction to meet the top. Again. And there we have it. Now we're going to draw a picture frame in the right hand side with a funny message. So starting near the right ear, draw a little flower shape and then a straight line across. Stopping and then do another flower shape and then go vertically down. Do the same again and draw a straight line horizontally. Last one, and then join back up with the top. That's the outside of our frame. Now do an internal rectangle near to the edge of the last one, just following the lines. Don't worry if you wobble a bit, it gives it a nice quality anyway. And we're going to put in a funny message. So for this one, I've chosen forever home. Okay, so you can do this however you want, but basically write in the text, or you could come up with your own funny message. If you want to add that into the comments, I'd love to hear what you would like to have written or what you wrote in your own frame. So do this however you want, but just spell out the letters. You can do them chunky or you can just draw them in a single lines. Totally up to you. I'm going to speed up because I'll let you do this on your own. So we'll stop over there and just speed this process up so we can move on to the colouring in a minute. So that's the line art done. Now, watch me colour mine in super speed. Then you can pause the video and colour your own if you want to. That's it for today's draw along. For my colours, I used a mixture of browns, pinks, a green and a gold, but you can choose whatever you want. And why not leave me a comment to tell me how yours turned out. Thanks for watching and see you next time.